front-loaded ministry, baptismal ministry, moving from hoop-jumping task to conversion. Get away from class language in any adult formation. Who wants to go to another class? The most important evangelizing ministry is baptismal ministry. It starts with a phone call or email seeking the sacrament and can be seen extending through kindergarten, first grade. I want to invite you to consider the window for baptismal ministry to be from 0 to 5 or 6. That's our window of opportunity when the cement is wet. I can't emphasize this enough. I was charged with building a baptismal ministry when I was in parish, and we did a lot of good things. And in fact, there's a handout that gives you some practical suggestions here about baptismal ministry. See if you can find that. 6 keys to evangelizing baptismal ministry. And you can see the bolded statements there. For the sake of time, I won't go through this, but this is for you, and this is something I would encourage you to hand to your pastor. Make a copy of this. This is what it looks like. This is something that you should bring back to your parish for discussion, to radically revisit what are we doing with baptismal ministry. Because from what I've seen, we hoop jump people. We simply just, it's dreadful what we're doing with the opportunity that baptism provides. Our theology is wonderful. Sometimes our celebration of the sacrament can be wonderful, sometimes not. But the way in which we draw people into relationship to prepare for the sacrament, and then any kind of follow-up, is just, it's on us. It's on us to change. And here is where the cement is wet. You want bang for your buck. You want fruitful outcomes for the staff time dedicated and everything. You're going to get it 10-fold, 20-fold, doing amazing things on the front end with baptism and early childhood stuff than you are at confirmation, because the cement has hardened. Practices are what they are. We're waiting to the last minute to try to nudge the meteor out of slamming into us. Why? It doesn't matter why, but that's what we're doing. So I implore you to bring this handout as part of a conversation to say, how can we do evangelizing, highly relational formation that draws people into relationship with us, who they experience as having good news. Like they drive home and say, honey, that was awful. That wasn't what I was expecting. You know, they seem like good people. They seem like people who have some good news in their life. You know, we've talked about it. Maybe we can give this another try. Maybe we can go to church this Sunday and baptism a month from now. There are practical things we can do to build a ministry that is going to start to build a root system, a root structure. I want your parents to begin to build a root system in connection to your parish. And pre-baptism formation, an outstanding experience of baptism, and then follow-up ministry. Your window is wide open, 0 to 5. This is your opportunity. Mom's ministry. I love mom's ministry. Helping moms to be in relationship. They're hungry for community. They're hungry to be nourished. Build that. It'll be a beautiful ministry, and it'll grow over time. And then you're going to have more witness parents to do more great things. It's going to build. You're going to have, well, Sherry Waddell talks about more and more of these intentional disciples. And it starts to change the culture of your parish. There's a turning point, a critical mass that starts to happen in a parish. This can happen in your parish, but it's a slow process. It should not be. This should be the ministry of the parish, welcoming orienting families into the life of St. Anne Parish. It's not one person or 2, 3, 4 people's ministry. There should be, you see in there, teams with giftedness. What are the gifts of people? Empower those gifts. Set them loose to be able to. So this is not on you. This is on the parish. And if there's somebody in the way, and this is getting back to the reality of it, if there's somebody who's done this ministry for 20 years, and it's his ministry, her ministry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But the parish does not exist to sustain the self-esteem of a 48-year-old woman, a 63-year-old man, the pastor, or anybody else. The parish exists for something bigger than that. And if we must dislocate the self-esteem a little bit of a man, a woman, a couple, or whatever, because we need and can and must do better at this, then that's what must happen. That's what leadership requires. Otherwise, we will face Christ at judgment, and he'll say, I gave you the opportunity to make a difference in my name, and you collected a paycheck. You played it safe. You watched out for yourself and not for the people I gave you to love. Why did you squander the opportunity to make the difference I called you to? So, God love those who've been doing. Did I just turn myself on there? God love those people and bless them. And how can we keep them involved in that ministry or otherwise? Nobody gets thrown out into the dark. But if it's not fruitful, Jesus says, cut it down and plant fresh. So this is something, Sandra, you're going to have to bring back. And you're going to have to be prophetic about. This ministry is something worth standing and fighting and dying for. Because I've watched the ministry in my own diocese. I love it. Great diocese. But I've seen ministry malpractice conducted upon people. And instead of judging those parents, I commiserate with them and say, I kind of get it. I kind of get why you're not going to be here this Sunday, or any Sunday. And that experience we just provided you was dreadful. With the finger pointing and with the hoop jumping and the, stand over here and no videography while this is going on. Oh my gosh. Disciples forming disciples. That's what needs to be going on at Baptismal. And then lots of ministries in those first years that meet the real needs of young families. I don't have time to go into all of that, but what are the real needs of families and how can we configure ministries to feed them, to nourish them? We love going to this stuff. This is just what we need as a young couple, parenting, stress, finances. What are the things that they need? Let's feed them there rather than being frustrated that they don't come to the stuff that we do on St. Augustine. And we can weave St. Augustine in. There's good Augustine stuff there to be worked into whatever it is that we're doing. Are you liking this? Are you on board with, this is true? Who wants to disagree? You're more than welcome to. Tell me what I'm missing or tell me what's off. You can, Because we need to be safe and open to kick this around together. I don't have all the answers. These are the questions and what surfaced for me out of the questions that I raised.
Just one quick question. I had an example of a young family. They baptized a child. The mother goes to church, but the father does not. He was not near his Catholic, but he had no formation from his family. As much as they taught him about going, he just smiled, but he doesn't go. How do you help him?
Father's not going to Mass, Mom is with the kids. I think you celebrate what's right with that picture. And we ask the mom, husband. Maybe we can find a book for him that he'd enjoy. Invite him to a parent thing or to whatever. It doesn't have to be mass. Just love him, welcome him, and find opportunities. God will create opportunities. That's all.